Taurus, I'm here to give you a wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lip, where we're going to just drop in with your energy and see what wants to come in. All right, these are timeless messages. It's sort of just getting an energetic read of the moment, and whatever's going down in the moment is already showing us something about what's coming in the future. Okay, so some of what comes in here may be predicted. All right, so just be open-minded and let your intuition guide you in the way that the message is speaking to you. It is a collective read. This is for any significant Taurus placement: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto. If you got a prominent placement in that second house, or if you're a Scorpio rising, that makes you a Taurus Descendant. You can find a lot of resonance with the messages. So let's just dive right in and see, Spirit, what's coming toward Taurus. What does Taurus need to be aware of right now? What energy is in play for Taurus? What is the message of the moment for Taurus, Spirit? What does Taurus need to know at this time? You're just about to move through a huge block on your path, something that's been holding you back for quite a while. You're releasing something that you were holding on to that was holding you back. I feel it's something that used to represent who you are, but it's not really representing who you're coming to be. And this may have something to do with your identity, could have something to do with your reputation, could be just a way that you show up or represent yourself in the world. For some of you, it's a brand. I got that, okay? But there's something that's in metamorphosis right now. This is transforming, all right? And it's actually a block. It's something that was holding you back from seeing the kind of change you wanted to see. All right, let's see what this change is about, okay? And this blockage that's being removed, what it's bringing into your life. It's something that gives you a sense of like freedom, like, oh, finally, you know, not feeling stuck anymore. What is this? Ooh, yeah, it's a very strong action. It's going to land right in your lap. The power you need to take this bold new action in this direction is going to land right in your lap. You may have already gotten like an intuitive hit about this back in the fall. You had an idea that you wanted to take action on, you know? You saw a way to move something forward, you know? Something really came in, it was inspired, you know? You want this thing to get wings. You want this thing to take flight. You want to be able to, you know, head forward with this. And something is going to land right in your lap. The opportunity to do just that. I got it. You know, and there's some complete, like, there's something about this. When you take this action, you head in this new direction. It totally changes how you're viewed. It totally views. Maybe this has something to do with views, like more people seeing what your offering is, what your work is, what you do. There's something about it really changes the face of something, the brand of something. All right. So you're restructuring something here, and you're getting an opportunity that allows you to do that in a real powerful way. You're going to take action on this. Again, you might have had the first idea about this sometime back in the fall of 2023. And there's a new beginning that's, you know, going to be coming in here soon, if it's not already upon you, connected to this. And it lands right in your lap. It's an opportunity. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. Yeah, I mean, you're wondering if it's possible that there can be growth in this situation, you know? I see you like really celebrating something here with the Three of Cups. If you choose to take this opportunity, it's going to be good. Like there's something to celebrate here. Might even involve some kind of party. Could involve some kind of like launch party or some kind of celebration. It's like a milestone moment. Okay. There's something here that will really pay off if you invest energy in this direction. When you get this opportunity, you should say yes. I do think that you're going to be like pondering it for a moment. Like, should I invest? Should I invest in this direction? This is going to come through news, all right? And it could come through news from somebody that, you know, you feel like, you know, did something a little sneaky in the past. Okay? Could be a Taurus energy like yourself. Could be an Aries. Could be any strong masculine person who had, you know, a certain sense of control in the past over a situation, or they were the go-to person, they were the top dog, they were the person who sort of like held all the power in this situation. You may have felt like they misused this power in the past. You know, there's something here where you felt like, you know, somebody tried to get away with something on you. Right here we have the Page of Wands, okay? You may hear news from this individual. They're going to reach out to you. They might present some kind of like clandestine opportunity, okay? Page of Wands, Sagittarius energy there, all right? You could have any of these figures factoring into your situation. They're promising you some kind of like new beginning to capitalize off of an initial inspiration you had. It might require some financial investment to head in this direction. You might be a little like apprehensive about investing because you feel like you kind of got ripped off before, or you didn't get what was promised before. Something along these lines, okay? So let's see about this. It does look like there's some opportunity for celebration here, all right? Maybe there's 3 people who benefit in this situation. It shows Queen of Pentacles. Comes in as Queen of Pentacles here, all right? As the crossing influence, it's up to you. It's your choice. Queen of Pentacles, you know. When we look at the Queen of Pentacles, we also got to look at, you know, what you value. It's about what you value at the end of the day. We do see that you have blocked some energy and that you're going through some kind of metamorphosis, and there's some action that you're going to take that's going to change the way you're viewed, you know. Change the way you're viewed. And I think that, you know, whatever you're deciding here, it's based on your sense of self-worth, your personal value. It's based on things that, you know, you had to learn the hard way. It's also based on what you're wanting to create for yourself moving forward, and wanting to do that in such a way where you're in a really strong position. You know, you're not having anybody pull your strings. You're operating of your own free agency. I feel that very strongly. Look at that. Just as I said that, your own free agency. I just turned this over and we got the Hermit right here. Yeah, you might be saying, you know what? I don't need to come together with other people to make my dream happen. I don't. I can make it happen on my own. You also could be aligning with a Virgo that you feel a real spiritual connection with, or maybe there's something about this Virgo that like illuminated something for you. Illuminated something for you about your worth, about your value. You know, it could be this Virgo energy, or it could be just somebody who's a real lone wolf kind of energy. You know, somebody who they follow the beat of their own drum. They don't mind going in their own direction, you know, even if it breaks from the pack, as long as they're being true to themselves, their spirit. You may have learned something from this person in regard to that. This person may feel that you've taught them something along these lines, okay? I do feel like you've come into a place where you're being guided forward by something much deeper. You know, what you're aligning with right now has more of sort of a core, almost spiritual value to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels right in your soul. It feels right in your soul. And there may be something, this Virgo piece, or maybe something that happened in Virgo season that caused there to be a moment where you really got a different view into something. And it was based on looking inside of yourself really deeply. It reflected something really important to you. But I do feel like you're going to hear from this character that you feel like they kind of did you dirty before. And they got an opportunity. I mean, it could be successful. There could be cause for celebration here. I do see that, you know. But you may be apprehensive about it. You may be apprehensive about it. And yet do see, you know, And Ace of Wands here, so some action is going to be taken. Whatever choice you're making in this situation, it causes a buzz. It causes a stir, all right? And it changes public opinion. It changes your reputation. It changes your image. It changes your brand. It changes the way you're viewed. I think ultimately you're wanting to come off very strong, independent, like you got your ish together, and who wouldn't, right? And so I feel like this is really factoring into your situation because you've been put in positions before where you feel like that was really compromised and you're not willing to make that kind of a compromise for anybody anymore. I definitely see you in a place of like pre-Empress energy, like in this place really knowing your worth, your value, you know. You're ready for an emperor, somebody who can really represent, you know, and it could be that you got an emperor in your life. I mean, it could be this hermit energy, this figure who really like, you know, they go their own way. They're guided forward by, you know, their spirit. And this is a soulful person and you connect with this person on a soul level too. So there could be something here. All right, let's see. And any further information about this before I get like a overarching theme kind of card for Taurus going on here? All right, about this opportunity coming forward. It does relate to something from your past. Could have something to do with a Leo as well. We got the strength here, okay? It does show that there's been some kind of challenges in this situation in the past. Look at this. Look at the Empress taming the beasts of the past. Maybe this was somebody who there were arguments with. You couldn't get on the same page. Maybe they were a little hot-tempered, or as you started to really start to work with this person, come together with this person, it was activating for both of you in different ways. There could be healing happening in a connection here. There's enough of a strength of a connection here that there is the ability to get beyond this, right? And to rise up out of the challenges you both have independently faced in the past. I feel like you all have done a little bit of mirroring toward each other, almost anticipating, you know, repeats of what you've been through before. So you kind of projected stuff onto each other. But I feel like you're getting beyond this. Somebody here is quick to like jump to conclusions or jump the gun, you know, with this lion energy. They do this because they feel very like self-protective. You know, they're afraid of being hurt. They're afraid of being hurt. With the hermit there may even be, you know, energies present of like being afraid of being abandoned or rejected, like left on their own. You know, there's something about this, okay? But I see you in this Empress energy, you know, really commanding this situation, encouraging communication, sticking with it when things are challenging in navigating this thing. And then it's beautiful because you are able to transform it through compassion. You know, you're understanding that the fire that's coming at you, the aggression, the frustration, you know, that you're encountering from this individual or individuals. You could be, I mean, there is this Three of Cups dynamic. You could be dealing with more than one character here. And it's an interesting juxtaposition. You know, maybe you got news from somebody you hadn't heard from for a while, and it introduced a third element into a situation that now made you go, okay, now I need to do some soul searching, because it stirred up some emotional stuff, stirred up some old stuff as well. I feel like you're overcoming this, okay? You're mastering this situation. You're getting beyond the challenge. Something's being healed from the past, okay? And you're rising above it, which is really good energy. Let's do a cut of the deck here. There's an opportunity, though. What is this opportunity? Let's do a cut of the deck and see what is the opportunity, the action, the opportunity to bring something in balance that's been terribly out of balance, okay? And find a way forward in a way that previously was blocked, okay? There is a new way to move forward in this situation, but it does involve getting things on an even footing where, you know, both people are giving to the situation. Also, there's two people here who need to drop their pride and get out of the ego a little bit. And that's what will open the way forward and like be the blockbuster on your path. Yep. And look what it leads to. Beautiful alignment Four of Wands energy, appreciating each other, both contributing, you know, feeling like you're on the same page, back on board, back on track, you know, really happy arrival point, you know, in this situation. I do feel like maybe, you know, there was some kind of like messages exchanged with some third party in the mix. I do feel like somebody's going to come around with some kind of opportunity, and maybe it's to work with them on something, on a project or something. And it causes like, I mean, it could be somebody you were romantically involved with before or had a flirtation with before. And so this adds like a third party element into the mix where I do see you getting a little confused. It throws you off a little bit. And there's something here that needs to be healed as well. You know, it's sort of a repeat pattern. It's a way that you yourself avoid committing to certain things, you know, out of your own fear of vulnerability too. So it could be some of your stuff's coming up as well. But the beautiful thing here is I see you're going to get over it. You know, you're getting to the other side of this. You're healing this. It involves communication, patient communication. Okay. It involves getting out of stubbornness, looking at the other person's side. Like not one person can have all the control in this situation. Somebody does feel like they really had to fight, you know, to really reaffirm their sense of personal value, you know, and the respect that they deserve within this dynamic. Somebody has had to like show up and reaffirm it, reaffirm it, reaffirm it. And it's been a challenge. It's been activating at times, you know, but it looks like there is some kind of healing here. There's some kind of celebration here. In some cases, you've been in a connection where you've really wanted to take it to the next level. You're like, I'm ready for the full-on commitment. For some of you, that may even be marriage. You're like, I'm ready for the full-on commitment. Like, what's holding it up? Something's getting worked out here. And there is a way forward, all right? But there does involve a little give and take in this matter. Because both people have been a little too stuck in their pride. And, you know, there's a need to get over that a little bit. So let's look at this super awesome future deck and see what we got coming in here. You know, I do have to say is there could have been a change in this situation where somebody could have been a unicorn in this situation. In other words, somebody could have been like, you know, just a sexual dalliance on the side, or this element could have been in the mix somewhere, you know. Maybe somebody was willing to be a third party or something like that. Maybe they agreed to these terms because they really enjoyed the connection. They wanted that to continue. But at the same time, you know, they didn't want to leave, you know, something secure. All right. And it does show that there's some kind of change in this situation with the 23. That's also a very significant change, abrupt change. I do see this as maybe, you know, somebody's deciding that they don't want to be a unicorn anymore. You know, they want a commitment. And maybe that was something that was at odds. There could be the change and finally just sort of like letting something go, accepting that it is what it is, making peace with it for what it was and what it offered and what it stirred in you, not on bad terms. I do feel like there's some kind of agreement here, remembering what was good, but recognizing there's some kind of change foundational that needs to happen in the situation. So let's see here. Overarching theme. Can you give some more information for Taurus about what's coming in here? What's shifting? What's evolving? I feel like this is any situation where there's been kind of like a butting up of heads, you know, between two people, both wanting, you know, their own things in a situation, and one person feeling like, you know, well, this is not really fair to me. I mean, it's working out for you, but I'm not getting what I want in this situation. And there's some kind of navigating this and getting to a place of, you know, shifting what wasn't working in this matter before. You know, and in some cases, it was a third party relationship element that was throwing things out of alignment, and this is changing, and it's going to change rapidly. And maybe when it changes, it's a big surprise. I don't feel like there's hard feelings involved in this, though. It's very interesting. It's sort of just like a peaceful agreement, okay? Bottom of the deck energy. I do see you're coming into a time of abundance. I do feel also it comes at the end of this cycle. We got 18 energy here. That's 9. You know, something comes to a closure. Taurus, I mean, it looks like your fortunes are on the rise. You're moving away from the mundane and worrying about, you know, how to rob Peter to pay Paul onto this new path. So again, like I said, you may have had a difficult experience with somebody from your past, okay? And they're coming back around. And it could have been somebody you had a flirtation with, or they were a lover. They might have some kind of business opportunity for you. Like I said, if you take the opportunity, it does look like it brings a lot of success your way. There's abundance here. There is, you know? I mean, we got your energy there. This also shows, you know, something that continues to grow, you know, it puts you in the black. It's a new way forward, but it might bring some complicating elements for you if you don't know how to separate business from pleasure. I do see that this is kind of like, it's sort of the fly in the ointment in this situation. So it's really going to be up to you, but it shows that you have the strength to overcome challenges, but there has to be a willingness to really like be honest, work through situations, have good communication here. Okay. And understanding your value, not compromising that. I mean, we do have, you know, lightning striking here. So this is kind of like a moment from spirit, you know, coming down like a bolt of lightning saying, you know, I'm going to say what I just heard. It's time to shit or get off the pot. All right. You either do this or you don't, but you don't get to be in the middle zone anymore. And I don't know, maybe it was more comfortable for it to be an elusive fantasy thing, like a unicorn. The thing that you were always chasing, but it wasn't quite obtainable. And now it's sort of like, well, you do have an opportunity to step into this. Are you going to do it or not? And it is a truth-telling moment, though. It's very powerful. This does change the scope of how you move forward, and it changes it forward. It changes it very rapidly. This comes in. It's a bolt of inspiration. It puts a fire under your butt. It tells you you act now or you miss out on this. Either way, this is being revealed. Like this is coming out. There's a truth coming forward and it gets things moving forward in a big, bold way. There's an opportunity on the table. I feel like it's an opportunity to work with somebody on a different level than you've worked with them before. This could be very profitable, okay? But it involves you kind of getting over your ego and getting over your BS, because there's something about the terms of this connection has changed. And maybe this is somebody you used to be involved with. You still have an attraction to them, but there's something about this dynamic that's changed. Are you able to get beyond that? Or it could be the other way around. Are they able to get beyond that? All right? So that's what it is. And I do feel like there's, you know, a third party in this mix. It could be somebody that, you know, you're already really connected with on a soul level. And you don't want to jeopardize that, you know, and it's calling for some kind of like real openness in this situation and ironing out of past tensions to get this moving forward. So we see this lightning coming down. Let's see what the lightning delivers on the cut of the deck here. We have illness, okay? And we have broken mirror, right? So, what I see this as is you may get news about a situation where there's been something really, really hard, you know, that's hit somebody. A big reversal. You know, this person could be dealing with some kind of health issue. This could be somebody that, you know, you do have a connection with, you know, that you had a romantic connection with. I think when this news comes through, you're going to feel like this is a real raw deal, man. I do. I think it's really going to affect you. I think it also puts you in a place of self-reflection too. When this news comes in, it might get you thinking differently about something, maybe even about something that was communicated between the two of you, and it just kind of got left this way. Maybe words that you wish you could take back, something like this. Words you wish you could take back because they weren't true. And that this actually was a really special connection to you with this person. You had a lot of magic that you shared with each other. And there was so much, you know, that this person contributed to your growth, I feel. I feel like you really grew from your connection with this person. And maybe that's what the pride and the ego is about. It's sort of like somebody here, you know, is really dealing with something. And sometimes you got to put like aside your grievances. And there's something here about working with this person or seeing something that you haven't seen before. And maybe speaking a truth, delivering a truth, like taking back some words. Or them, you know, it could work both ways. But there's some kind of truth that's spoken here that was held in for a long time. And it was actually causing a lot of suffering too. For somebody, it could have been causing them mental turmoil to the point where they fell into a depression or just were in a real anxious state. Or maybe struggled with some kind of issues, some kind of addiction. Addiction energy has been coming up a lot in the collective consciousness, okay? So I think there has been a lot of numbing out, you know? I feel like when this person reaches out to you, you're going to take this opportunity. And I feel like it's an opportunity, in some cases, to really say what didn't get said that should have been said, you know, and to kind of like really speak a truth that's important. It's important that you take this opportunity. And I feel like, you know, maybe it does kind of like cause some things to go into a place of upheaval in your life. Maybe it stirs up a lot. It causes a lot of complication. And there may be people that don't understand your actions for doing this. But you know that there's something that needs to be healed here. And it's really important. Otherwise, you know, it's always going to haunt you. I mean, I really feel that. And there's a bit of divine play that comes through here. There is some opportunity, okay? There is some opportunity. And it's to work with somebody in a new way. And it may be in creating something. That something meaningful can come out of it, all right? It may have something to do that you create out of the experience through this exchange you have with this person, all right? A book, you learn something that you're meant to share with others, but there's some kind of happiness that comes through and it's breaking through some kind of monotony. And if somebody's felt really stuck and depressed, I feel like it's going to move them out of this energy. And maybe this person will be very surprised to hear from you. And it might be, you know, just what they need is for you to like, yeah, say what needs to be said, Taurus. That's what I got. You may be afraid, you know, but something's going to happen here that reminds you of what's really important at the end of the day. I do see you putting pride aside. Opens a new way forward.